It's been like 2 days, right, since I schizo posted me screaming at my computer in the dark at 3 a.m. about fear and anxiety. After that, I went to sleep, woke up, got back on the game, and for the first 2 to 3 hours yesterday, it was absolutely miserable. It was the same thing as the past 2 days. It was absolutely terrible until I ran into these four Sagat players. Almost back to, it feels like it was back to back to back to back. It might not have been, but it was in very close proximity. I run into these four Sagat players, and they all play the exact same. I thought they were AI bots programmed, but some of their connections was worse than others. So I knew it wasn't like the same guy, obviously. But what they did is they would like start the game. They'd like triple, double backdash and start throwing fireballs. Normal Sagat stuff, right? Nothing to write home about. They throw some fireballs, and if you go through the fireballs or you start avoiding them, you neutral jump or you do something to get around these fireballs, they completely change playstyles. They start playing rush down Sagat, so they're running at you. You know, Sagat's dashes at the speed of a Tonka truck. This shit is ridiculous, but they're doing it. They're like triple dashing across the screen. They're jumping. They're doing all these things. They're randomly tiger kneeing and all this stuff. And that's like their second layer. And if you beat that somehow, then they go back to playing full screen. But now they're throwing like a fireball, and then they're just pressing big button. That's all they're doing. They're just sitting there. They throw a fireball. Then as soon as you like get close enough, they're going to start pressing like stand medium kicks, stand heavy kicks, crouch heavy punch. All of these like huge buttons that Sagat has, which is fine because ideally you would just whiff punish it. And that's what I thought. I was like, okay, he's just going to press all these big buttons. I'm going to stand right here. And I'll just whiff punish it. I can see it coming over and over and over again. But I can't get the whiff punish. Like, I just keep getting counter hit. Or I get crush counter by that damn crouch heavy punch, the big one, over and over again. 4 Sagats in a row, this keeps happening to me. And by the fourth one, I realized there is something fundamentally wrong. Like, something has gone wrong, and I need to go back to the basics. So I take a trip back to JuiceBox's Guide to Footsies. And I leave this on in the background while I'm doing other stuff on my main monitor, because I know most of this by heart. I watched it 3 times. It's like an hour long. And as he's starting, I start checking things off in my head. Okay, 2 ways to beat a button. You know, you stuff it or you whiff punish it. I remember that. Oh, you need to walk backwards before they walk forwards if you want to whiff punish something. I know that. I usually do that. Anyways, and then he says something so insanely simple that you just overlook it a lot of the times. He says, you need to be at a specific space to whiff punish for different situations. That's it. Spacing, right? That's the problem. I'm not giving myself enough space to play the game, and it's messing with my reactions and my timing. My timing is off. That's why I'm getting counter hit when I'm trying to whiff punish. That's why I'm getting crush countered when I'm trying to whiff punish. And so that was my theory, and I put in my notes, you need to give yourself ample space to play. Giving space, but controlling that area is not a disadvantage. Basically, give yourself more space than you think you need, because right now you're not giving enough, and you're getting destroyed for it. You know, as much as I want to feel like I can play footies at this very close range and like whiff punish with the best of them, like I'm seeing the frames and the numbers and I can react instantly, I can't. I need a little bit more space, so I'm going to give myself that. So I get back on the game with my little theory in hand, and I run into this Ed player. And I decide, I know I'm playing Cammy. I know I want to be closer, and you want to rush people down, you want to get in and stick to them and all that stuff. But I want to give myself the space in neutral to find my opportunity to do all that, to get in. I don't need to be playing super close to this guy and, you know, blocking all these buttons and stuff. I just need my opportunity to get in, and I give myself that space to play. You see, I'm just walking backwards a little bit more. I'm playing a little bit further away from him than I usually do, and that's giving me the time to react to the things that I need to. I think the end of this round is a great example of what I'm talking about. I'm giving him all this space. He's walking back. I'm not going to chase him, okay? I'm not going to chase him. I'm going to take some steps forward. I'm going to take some steps back, but I'm going to keep that space so I can react to whatever button he wants to throw out. And usually at that range, Ed players will throw out like a heavy kick or something, or he's going to dash. But I have all of this time to react. So in a sense, that was mission success. I won a set after like 2-3 days. It was super vindicating, and I was very happy that my strategy worked out. But there was more work to be done, and I had a new idea. I thought, if I play at that range on Cammy and it works because I'm looking for a whiff button, I'm looking for them to dash, I'm looking for them to do something to let me get in, what if I played a character that excelled at that range I was playing at? What if I played a character that was able to control space a lot better? What would that look like? And would it be more fun? Would it be more effective? Would I be able to play it better? So after I beat that Ed, I go to my little player list, I go to my matches, and I save that replay to my replay list. And I say, if I ever forget how to space myself again or how to give myself space, I'll always have this replay to come back to. And I close out all those menus, and I go to character select. and I say, which character do I think can control space right here at this range very well and might lend well to this strategy that I'm kind of trying right now. This isn't anything drastic. It's not like I'm switching characters or doing anything like that. I just have an idea that I want to test. And I land on Chun, and I say, I think this is a character that can control that space that I want to play in very well. And I think she can play Keep Out super well. I'm going to try it. So I queue up, and I run into one of those damn Saggats from earlier. But this time I'm ready for him. I got a new strategy. I got a new outlook. And this is kind of it in a nutshell, this little frame. This is the space that I want to play at. I want to be able to use my stand heavy kick, my slide to get under his fireballs. I want to use stand heavy punch to invalidate a lot of the tools that he has, but I want to do it from a place where I'm safe. So I'm going to hold this space now with stand heavy kicks, stand heavy punches, whatever I need to do, I'm going to hold this space. And the cool thing about it is as the game goes on, I can feel myself and I can see myself getting a little better at my strategy here. And I finally ended up squeezing out a win against one of these Saggats that have been haunting me for the past 2 or 3 hours. I keep running into these guys, but eventually, after some tweaking, I figured it out. This whole ordeal reminded me of a principle that Jay Wong spoke about a long time ago in one of his videos where he was talking about playing lame. He says, you should play in a range where you are comfortable, right? Not where you feel like you should be playing, but where you actually feel comfortable because you'll be more confident. Speaking of confidence, I should probably address why the names are blurred in all of the clips. This account that I'm playing on obviously is the same rank as my main account, but it's an old Smurf that I made that I don't really play on anymore, but it used to kind of be my safe place, right? Like if I wanted to try new things and I wanted to go like play new characters and mess around and not have anybody really know that it was me, I would just go on that account. Not that I'm like ultra famous man who's getting recognized all the time, but sometimes people tweet at me for one and dunning them because they're like laggy, or they leave comments that are like, oh, I destroyed you or whatever, like just stuff that doesn't make you feel very good when you're trying new things out. So that's why the names are blurred, because nobody really knows this account or that it's me. So I kind of wanted to keep it that way. And if you did figure out it was me, keep it to yourself. You know, it's our secret. Kind of a silly little detail, but you know, my ego is fragile right now, so I had to go back to my safe place. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I know I skipped a day yesterday, so now the playlist is going to be missing, I think, day 8, but it's okay. I feel like it was worth skipping that day and just focusing on this little strategy I was trying to refine, because it seems to have paid off a little bit. If you want to find the playlist, you can just go to the channel and click playlist, and it should be public. It's titled, I think, The Road to Texas Showdown 2023. It's got all the videos in there. If this is your first time seeing one, you can go back and like watch the rest of the series all the way to now. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and please consider subscribing. I'll talk to you again real soon.